Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Housekeeping. Cory, how are you?
Oh, I am smoke-alicious, sir. Smoke-alicious.
Smoke-alicious?
There's been some problems in Canada that have created some issues here for us Michiganders.
We'll talk about that, I'm sure.
How are you, sir?
I am dynamic and determined.
To?
Put on a good fucking show tonight.
Oh, all right. I was hoping maybe like, I'm not going to touch myself during this show, or...
That's a different kind of determination that I've yet to discover.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm able to control that.
Yeah, that's a feat I have not managed to pull off. Hey, speaking of touching yourself, hey, if you're new to the show, thanks for joining. If you want to go back and listen to any previous episodes, you can go anywhere you get a podcast, any of the podcatchers, pod players, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I see we're going back to that, huh?
Yes. Well, you got to go back to sometimes that's why Queen always busted out, like, we are the champions at the end of every concert.
Is that why?
Yeah, that's why it's what you want to hear.
Yeah, but...
No one wants to go see the Rolling Stones so they're not going to play Brown Sugar, Cory. This is our Brown Sugar. Hey, also go out to Twitch and YouTube and give us a like and subscribe. And if you're going out there, give us a like, subscribe, give us a rating, and you're going to give us a comment, right? And we've got for this particular episode, we've got a super secret comment code for you to put in to your rating and possible review that you're going to give us. And that word for this episode, Cory, is galoot.
Yep, I'm trying to get it up there right now.
I was trying to time it with
As
whatever you're doing.
I'm trying to get the secret word up there.
If English isn't your native language and you've never heard the delicious word galoot before, you can refer yourself to any Looney Tunes cartoon from the 1950s in which Yosemite Sam makes an appearance, and you will hear the word galoot, but Cory's putting up on the screen if you don't know how to spell it. And this is the kind of value that you can expect to get each and every week from the Schnauzcast. But you're going to go give us a like and subscribe. And when you see us,
now we're telling our listeners.
Yeah.
God damn it!
That's what you're going to do. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to give us a like and subscribe. If you've got an iPhone, you're going to go to Apple Podcast. If you've got an Android, you're going to go to Spotify, whatever. And then you're going to listen to us. You're going to subscribe, and then down at the bottom, you can give us a 5-star rating. That's the 5th star all the way on the right.
Let's not confuse it for the one all the way on the left.
And then below that, you can put an optional comment, and that's where you're going to put this episode's super secret comment code, galoot.
And what did we decide if people put the secret code word on there? What's the prize?
There's no prize. I mean, other than you actually building up the podcast that you love to listen to and to watch. That's your reward, really. I mean, help you, help us help you. Help us help you.
We got to have some sort of prize.
Why is there always have to be a prize, Cory? The prize is the unbelievable good mood we're going to be in the next time we do this episode, where we count the number of people who commented galoot on their rating for us in Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
For everyone that gives us a galoot, Bob will send a lock of his hair.
Jesus Christ. I don't have that much to send a lock to everybody. Like, what if we get like a whole raft of what if all 6,000 people in Vietnam?
Looks like we're gonna have to
galoot.
We're gonna have to buy some postage, buddy.
Jesus, I might just shave my fucking head.
And you're gonna be bald.
I guess so. Hey, speaking of Vietnam, though, so I'm looking at I was looking at the statistics,
the analytics
for the audio, and I got to say, it's been approximately 24 hours since we posted the Vietnamese and the Vietnam and sorbet episode. And come on, Vietnam. I'm hoping that you get a chance to watch and listen to our love letter to you in the form of us trying your fine cuisine for the very first time. And what else we've never done that for anybody else. California started listening to us, took over the top spot in the 50 states, and we didn't try their local cuisine.
No, we did not.
But we did it for Vietnam, goddammit. And that's the dedication that we show here. But also, we did get a whole bunch of downloads from Brazil. So maybe we may have to make a trip to Fogo de Chao, Corey.
Fogo de Chao.
Have you ever been to a Brazilian restaurant?
Can't say I have.
Holy fucking shit. You're more of a are we done with the housekeeping? I feel like we are. You're more of a you're a picker as far as eating goes, right? I don't see Cory like not eating for 4 or 5 hours then sitting down for a meal. I don't think I've ever seen that. You tend to every like hour or 45 minutes go grab some nuts from your bag, or I want to go down to the cafeteria and grab some corn chowder. I'm going to put in the microwave some leftover potato skins from dinner last night. Like that's it, but it's every like hour 20 that you're eating. That's the sense I've gotten. That's the feedback I've gotten from your wife, and that's kind of how it goes. Am I right?
I mean, I'd say yeah, you're probably correct on that. I don't like sitting down for big meals.
Now, a Brazilian restaurant is you go there and you pay like one price, and you sit down at a table and you get a stop sign. You know, one side's green, one side's red, and if you put the green side down, they will keep coming over and shaving off various meats.
I have heard this. I have heard. I've never been to one.
That it is fucking fantastic, and you could eat yourself into a coma.
I mean, it sounds like I kind of want to try that.
Right? And then film us doing it. God love you, Brazil. Hey, we're a drinking podcast, and we've got a shot sitting here. We need this to get started. It's going to get all the juices flowing, I feel.
Get those comedy juices flowing.
It's going to wash all the sadness away, all the internal strife and despair from our normal lives.
Is it?
Yeah, and allow us to do a good show. So cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Oh, that's just the right amount of not warm enough. Good Lord. Wow, you would think that we're drinking like hardcore whiskey. We're really not.
No.
I guess we're just lightweights.
Good news. I don't know why it just decided to pop.
To start
back
working?
up.
Hey, perfect. We don't need to bore everybody with the whole reason
No,
why.
it's just I did just
We started
popped up.
That doesn't matter. All right, so thank you to the comedy gods.
Podcasting gods.
Yeah, for shining your heavenly light upon us.
Also,
Yes. What?
just real quick.
Yeah?
What do you think about that side by side?
Holy shit. Dude, look at those two adorable motherfuckers, will you?
You like that?
Yeah. I may actually watch the video for a change.
Oh, sweet.
Listen, I watch and listen to this the first time when we do it, and then I have to listen to it a second time. There's only so many hours in the day, Cory.
I know.
All right. Can we jump right over into sports for a sec?
Yeah.
Real quick. It might actually be 90 seconds. I wonder if we can keep it at 90 seconds.
90-second sports.
Oh, shit. Camera adjustment. Would it help you if I go like this?
90-second sports.
Bob, if you could just tilt your head like this for the rest of the show, that'd be great. All right. So real quick, sports news for the week. As everybody knows, today is July 18th, Saturday. Today was the World Cup third place match between England and France. And holy fuck, Cory, did you watch this game? No, just say no. We'll move on.
You know my thoughts on soccer. And I know it's the World Cup. I know it's a big thing.
Football.
A lot of people love it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, football for those across the pond.
No, with some stank, like football.
I'm good. And we have a family member that's huge into the old football, as Bob would say.
Oh, your mom?
Yeah. Oh, she's a huge fan. Dude,
The robot? Who's never cried?
She would rather go on a 20-mile hike
Yeah.
then why sit there and watch
I could see
a
that.
whole soccer game? But yeah, no, Nick is absolutely. I'm sure these past couple weeks, he's been held up somewhere with a bunch of TVs and computers and iPads in front of him, so he can watch everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So
Sort of like the command center in Dr. Strangelove.
he might have actually built a FIFA command center in his home that he could control all the games and do all that.
I'm going to go to sleep tonight thinking about that and hoping it's true.
I hope so as well.
So England and France playing for third place today. It looked from the jump like France just came to watch, because by the time they got to halftime, they were down 4-0, which if this was actually American football like NFL, a 4-0 lead of soccer is like being up 35-0 at the half. Like it's a nearly insurmountable lead that you have. And then, Cory, the French came out after halftime, and they, like a house of fire, they caught back up 4-3, like in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. It was nearly a tie game. And from there it was back and forth. 4-3, 5-3, England. 5-4, so they scored again. England ended up winning 6-4, but holy shit, 10 goals scored in that game.
That's very high for a
It's
soccer
super
game.
high for a soccer game. And I think Mbappe ended up now in the lead for the Golden Boot Award, which is the highest goal scorer in the World Cup. But despite the fact that they lost to England today and they're done.
That sucks.
But that means that England is going to go on to, well, they've secured third place. But now we move on to tomorrow, Sunday, July 19th, which is the final, the World Cup, the last game, all the marbles, Spain versus Argentina. And I had a picture that I sent to you.
You did.
And the story behind this picture that's gone viral is...
I'm not going to...
What? You just now looked at it?
I saw that you sent something to me, and
Yeah.
we did talk about it
Yeah.
when I first got here.
Right.
But I hadn't looked at the picture
But
yet.
now you have?
And now I'm getting very uncomfortable.
It's pretty amazing, right?
It's
You got to show it.
I'm going
It's
to.
all over the internet anyway.
I'm going to,
So-
but it just made me very uncomfortable
Here's
when
the
I
story.
opened it.
So Lionel Messi is the superstar that's on Argentina. And he's 39 years old. But back in 2007, so subtract 19, you could do the math as to how old he is. He did a photo shoot for charity. And in this photo shoot, he and his wife at the time hooked up with this mother and their child. And somehow he's here helping to bathe this little baby who is like less than a year old.
Putting it up on the screen now. There we go.
In this little tub. Now, the crazy thing about this is that's Lionel Messi, not in the tub, obviously.
I would hope not.
No, yeah. But the gentleman it is a gentleman. It is a male child. And I'm going to give you his name here in a minute. And I apologize because that's the one fucking thing that I forgot to do was to memorize the other guy's name.
After all that time we had,
I thought I had it, and then I fucking lost it. So, women's tennis, no. All right, hold on. World Cup, I got it.
you did.
I told you, but I didn't. Okay,
see, now
I got it. His
remember
name
the
is
conversation.
Lamine Yamal. He is a forward. That baby is now a 19-year-old forward who's playing for Spain. Will be playing against Messi in Argentina tomorrow morning.
That's pretty
Crazy. And apparently the trajectory that they both took to become, football superstars was pretty similar. And
I can see
this
that.
is a picture of now, from what I've read, they have not met yet again since this picture.
Really?
Yeah. So if they are ever on the pitch at the same time tomorrow, that'll be the first time since this picture was taken.
Huh.
But that's a crazy. I'm not sure if that's ever something like this has ever happened in any sport. Hey, Wayne Gretzky was the babysitter for Steve Eisman once upon a time. Like that would be insane. And oh, by the way, we took a picture and then published it to the world, and that little baby turned out to be Steve Eisman.
So I mean, the picture and the photo shoot aspect, like that is crazy. But along the same lines, Danielle and I were just talking about it the other day because I don't know if you heard the news, but since we are in 90-second sports,
Yes.
Justin Verlander this is his last season.
Oh, I heard that.
He's officially retiring.
I thought you were talking about the other news, since I just mentioned Steve Yzerman.
Oh, wait, so we're definitely going over 90 seconds at this point. But
no, that's okay.
so Verlander's officially retiring after this season. So clearly he came back just to retire as a Detroit Tiger, which everyone kind of figured that.
Yeah.
But we were talking about it because Spencer Torkelson, who's one of their up-and-coming stars, he was 7 years old when Justin Verlander made his pitching debut with the Detroit Tigers, and now same thing. They're playing on the same team together.
Are you about to tell me that Justin Verlander was bathing Spencer Torkelson for a photo shoot?
Last game, yeah.
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
It wasn't when he was.
This bathing episode happened like last week.
Yeah. They were in the clubhouse and Verlander was.
So this picture, wouldn't it be amazing if the two of them tried to recreate this picture today? With the same tub, the same size tub, and he was just like sprawled out everywhere. And Messi's trying to like soap him up underneath the arms. I thought about sending you the other picture from this shoot where it's Messi and the child's mother tending to the child, but I thought this is more provocative. With just Messi in the picture, where you don't really know what's going on or why he's bathing this kid.
I have so many questions because clearly that's not his child.
I mean, there's nothing there that to let you know that this is not his child.
Yeah, I think there is.
Other than that,
Messi's as pale as a ghost.
There's mixed race couples. I thought you were talking about the fact that the duck was on the floor. Like a real father would have used the duck to entertain the child.
I think he seems to be more concerned. And the way he's looking, dude, the more I look at this picture, I got to get it off the screen. Because the more I look at this picture and the more I analyze it, the more and more creeped out I'm getting by it.
Well, yeah, it's kind of funny that a picture that is, almost 20 years old now takes on a different meaning now that baby is a grown-up person.
I mean,
who might kick Messi's ass tomorrow. We don't know.
I mean, better be like, you were staring at my little baby ding-dong.
Well, doing more than staring, there's one of his hands. I can't see where his left hand is there.
Yeah, I don't know what it's doing.
So this is really, we're judging, but it was a very sweet I feel like I said it before. Photo for charity. I'm not sure what charitable organization was being rewarded. I
think I might be able to tell you,
but by this photo. But yeah, that's a sweet. It's a very. I'm trying to look on the bright side. Like, this is a really sweet reunion of two people whose lives were inexplicably intertwined back in 2007. Who are going to meet again for the second time tomorrow.
I'm also like, what mom was like? Yeah, this is okay.
Well, that's where I probably could have included the picture instead that had the mother in it, where they were both smiling and they're both tending to the child. But I'm like, that's less entertaining. It's less comedic than this one.
You think Messi was banging out the mom?
It's possible. I mean, he's Lionel Messi. I mean, some people might regard him as being.
He's not touching my mom.
He's got the Argentinian, lover vibe. Isn't that a thing? Don't they say that Argentinians are great lovers?
I was thinking Brazilians or maybe people from France, but
France. You've watched too many. You've watched too many Pepe Le Pew cartoons.
That's exactly what I was just thinking about too. I'm like, why did I revert exactly to Pepe Le Pew?
I'm not sure. Oh, l'amour. Oh, toujours. Oh,
and you know what? If we were to go back and watch some of those cartoons, I bet those have not aged well either.
I'm the wrong person to ask because I grew up in that time. I probably feel like they aged fine, but
I'm saying
my children probably would disagree.
To today's standards, yeah, they would.
Yeah,
I'm sure they would be very upset with some of the stuff that happened in those cartoons.
And that's 90-second sports, folks.
There we go.
Yeah. And what better to close out? We
didn't talk about Yzerman.
Oh shit! Go ahead. Well, here we're we did a segment. We did a shot to start the segment. We're not even done with the segment. We're doing one more because why not?
We got really stuck and started way too late today. So we're doing some.
We did.
We're doing some makeup
But
shots.
but that being stuck and starting way too late was all for you, Vietnam. So hope you feel responsible.
Vietnam is a country you should feel responsible. So yeah,
They're probably like, stop mentioning us.
we can't keep downloading all your shit.
No, they can't. They can stop downloading it. They apparently have. But I'm hoping that this week we're going to see an uptick in downloads. The one thing I haven't done is to Google Schnozcast in Vietnam to see if there was any evidence of a reason why we got so many downloads from them.
I mean, it might take some digging, but
I'm just the guy to do it, Cory.
well,
I've got a lot of free time.
let's figure it out.
All right, so Steve Eiserman, to close out 90 Second Sports.
Yeah, big news this week. Steve Eiserman is not going to be the GM, and was he technically the president of hockey operations?
Sure.
Either way, he's stepping down from his current position. He's still going to be with the Red Wings.
Is he stepping down or was he fired? I feel like that's the public speculation.
I'm going to say it was a mutual decision. It was probably brought to
I want to fire you. I think it's okay that you want to fire me. Why don't you do that?
I feel like,
Yeah.
they were probably like, if you don't take this and accept this other position,
Yeah, we're going to fire you.
you're not going to be part of the organization
Yeah.
at all.
And they're like,
And he was probably like,
he's like, absolutely not. Oh, wait, what? Okay, sounds great.
I will take that position.
Yeah.
So Eiserman's not going to be our GM. He still will be with the organization.
Now, does that mean, and I hope I'm not stealing your thunder here, but does that mean that the Dylan Larkin trade is now off the books and Dylan wants to stay? Like, did he only want to leave because he and Eiserman were like oil and water, and now that Eiserman's kind of out of the picture from a day-to-day hockey operations perspective, is Dylan going to stay and go like, I'm all Red Wings now?
Well, two things on that. First of all, I don't know, to be honest with you. Like I don't have any definitive.
God damn it, Cory.
Sorry. But if I were Larkin at this point, I'd be like, no, like I still need to go because it was never about, he never said, if he was smart about it, he would have came out and been like, well, Steve and I we don't see eye to eye, and that this is why I'm looking to leave.
But he didn't do that.
That would have covered his bases.
Yeah.
He did not do that. He just says, I want to leave because I want to go to a winning team. Never mentioned Eiserman, never said anything about the coaching staff.
Right.
Just said, I want to go.
So you're thinking maybe Todd McClellan, who I assume is staying on as head coach,
That's going to be interesting too.
might be say like, listen, dude, you need to fucking go.
I
want him out of the locker room.
If I was him,
Yeah.
I would be walking myself.
So who is going to take over Eiserman's spot and inherit this absolute shit show of a situation?
It's going to be interesting to see who they bring in or who, what the prospects are for it. Cause
Yeah.
I mean, I feel because I was hoping Eiserman was really going to bring something back to Detroit. And, it's not all his fault. He was dealt certain hands that, and some things that were out of his control, but
Yeah.
I'm just glad he's not fully leaving the organization. The fact that he's going to still be around, and I think that's pretty cool. But
Yeah.
they do have some work to do. They have a lot of work to do. So
Well, we'll see how that goes. And we will report it to you, good folks,
especially those in Vietnam that do not have hockey teams.
as situations develop. But in the meantime, there was that second video, the Taco Bell one that I sent to you, that since we're talking about what's going on in the world today, moving away from 90 Second Sports, Michigan has been dealing with a lot of shit the
Literally.
last week or so. Yeah, we've had incredibly hot weather, and then we had to deal with the wildfires in Ontario.
We're still dealing with that.
I mean, it's gotten better.
So what was weird today, because we went to Mike's on the Water for Danielle's birthday with her parents so they could buy her birthday dinner.
Sure.
And it was really odd because we were out on the dock, and it was sunny as could be. It was actually very clear. And as we left and drove further, like we had to stop at the house again, it seemed like the later it got, the smokier it got, and it started getting that just that smoke-filled air again. But when we were out on the dock, it was a beautiful day.
Let's officially go into booze news at this point.
And now it's time for booze news.
Oh, it's been so long since. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I used that button.
Yeah, it's me too. As you could tell by the voice on that drop. But yeah, so I'm not going to pretend to know exactly how the cyclonics work with wildfires or how I was talking this week with whatever the worst day was in Michigan, which I think was Wednesday, maybe Wednesday night.
As far as the smoke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was talking with
right.
a guy that I work with who lives in Massachusetts, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's like nighttime outside now." And I did not know that it went all that way, and just because it has gotten progressively better between Wednesday and today, which is Saturday, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to stay better. Like, have they put out all the wildfires? I don't know. Is it an ongoing process, or how does the wind blow, and what's currently still burning up there? Like, did we just kind of get a break with, the winds coming in from the north, moving one way or another down through the state? The fact that it was getting better and then you noticed that it was getting a little bit worse tonight than it was all day, entirely possible. But yeah, that's a crazy picture of, and this was as of how many days ago? Was this a Wednesday picture?
This was a Wednesday picture. Let me see. Bring
Yeah.
it up here.
And I mean, it's fitting that you're looking at the recording of a look from Oscoda, Michigan, because that's exactly where we're going to be 1 week from today. And hopefully the weather will be recovered enough to the point where it'll look a lot less like the today picture and more like the yesterday picture.
Which, yeah, that's absolutely, because dude, it looks like an apocalyptic photo.
It's just there's a whole lot of smoke and cloud cover to the point where the sun was like this dim orange disc that you almost felt like you could stare directly at, but definitely don't do that, because it's crazy.
Please do not do that.
Yeah, only presidents do that.
Don't take Bob's advice on that one.
Yeah, you should definitely never stare at the sun. But it looked like you could. It was that dim because of the smoke, and it just gave the whole neighborhood and the city this dirty yellowish vibe to it, where your visibility didn't. It wasn't very far, but also you knew that traffic was lighter. Less people were going to the stores. Like, people were staying inside, and that was as of Wednesday. But now it's Saturday, and I feel like life has kind of come back to normal, and people are out and about again. And they're like, "All right, well, fuck it. We've, when you look at the air quality, like when it was on Wednesday, Metro Detroit, it was at a 500, which we have never been at, like the worst air quality that I think we've ever hit, like a high. But then by the time we got to Friday evening, we were back at like a 220 or something like that, which was, we'd hit last summer with no problem. So, it is what it is. But we've been dealing with that, and then we've been dealing with this explosive diarrhea outbreak, thanks to this parasite that is on raspberries and lettuce and basically anything that's leafy greens that you can't really clean very well. And, you just gotta watch what you're eating. So we're dealing with that shit as well. Literally shit. There's like 1,600 explosive diarrhea cases in Michigan. And the news is that there's probably more than that, because people aren't reporting it because they won't go to the doctor. And they're just thinking that I'll just deal with this in my own bathroom.
It'll pass.
Yeah, it's just a phase. So anyway, there was this. You always got to go back to Garen Noon for the hot the hot Irish take on what's going on in America.
Taco Bell has given America the shits. Over 1,600 Americans are now suffering from explosive diarrhea. Experts are saying this is some of the worst shits since records of shits began. Taco Bell have now removed lettuce from their menu as it's believed the lettuce was carrying a vicious shits-causing parasite, which even with American food standards was not an intended ingredient. Now, I know what you're thinking. Taco Bell, quite famously, already gave people diarrhea, but apparently they draw the line at explosive. And as an Irishman, I personally think that explosive diarrhea is a good boundary. It's great to see food standards improving over there. Before you know it, your chicken nuggets might even be made out of chickens. On the bright side, huge congratulations to the 1,600 Americans that were eating lettuce. I'm working on it myself. I'm sorry it came back to bite you in the arse. And Taco Bell, you will get through this. People will forgive. How were you supposed to know to wash the lettuce and make sure there was no parasites on it? They're fucking tiny little cunts. Taco Bell, people will come back. They will learn to trust again. And you can go back to doing what you do best. Giving people normal diarrhea. Follow me, I'm delicious.
Well, there you go.
I love that guy. So yeah, I think that's booze news for the week.
Works for me, buddy.
Yeah. But in the meantime, we had some TikToks. I know I'm making you work for this.
I think I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Are you ready? TikToks. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh, we're ready. All right. Cory, what do you got for us today?
Well, you submitted some stuff. Ooh, excuse me.
I did. Well, you already played the Garen New one, so I really only submitted you one.
Technically, yeah. Let's see.
Technically, yes.
All right. So who is this?
Oh, fuck, dude. That's a great... I really need to give you this guy's name because he's a fantastic actor. He was in, was it Firefly? Hold on, I got it. His name is, going to tell you, Nathan Fillion.
I don't think I've ever heard of him.
Yeah, Firefly and Serenity. I think one of those two, yeah, Firefly was the series. They did one season, and then they were underground popular enough with the nerds. God bless you, nerds. That they.
What are you? Hold on. You're blessing the. You're a nerd yourself.
God bless the nerds. Yeah.
Okay.
You got to look after your own, Cory.
Just as long as we have that.
Yeah. And then they decided to make a movie called Serenity, which was essentially the movie version of the show. But he's been in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. He's been in a bunch of different shit. I mean, he was in Saving Private Ryan. He was the Private Ryan whose brothers were in grammar school. And he's like, they can't be. How'd they die? They're like, they were killed in action. He's like, well, my brothers are in grammar school. That's him.
I would say he does look a little familiar.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he's older here. He's got a mustache.
Fair enough. All right.
Give you one more piece of advice, and this is for actors in particular.
Okay.
And you reminded me when you said the stove, because this was one of my mentors when I was working on my very first.
Hold on. He's what's the TV show?
Serenity, Firefly.
No.
I just told you.
There's another one that my mom would watch.
That your mom would watch? One Life to Live.
No, he was the book writer that went along with the LAPD police officer, the detective. Is that not him?
What show are you talking about?
Oh my God.
You're like my dad. My dad would always go like, you know what? I saw something that I really liked the other day. It was who was in it? He's like, you know, the guy. He you know the guy. He's wearing the shirt. He walks like this, and he was saying the words. And I'm like, who the fuck are you talking about? this is not helping me whatsoever. He's like, you know, he was in that thing with the people where they
Castle.
went to see the thing. Was he in Castle?
Was
Nathan
he?
Fillion?
Yeah, it is Nathan
Oh,
Fillion.
okay.
Yeah, he was in Castle.
All right,
That's
perfect.
That's where I know him from.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Sorry.
what I was thinking you were going to say.
The mustache does really throw it off because
Now-
I've never seen him with a mustache.
I want you to pay attention to the tips that he's going to give here because we're going to do a follow-up on this.
All right.
My One Life to Live, the daytime soap opera. I never knew the long pause at the end of a scene where the camera is slowly coming in on your face.
Pause it.
And I always thought, this is too long.
You know what he's talking about? He had a job on One Life to Live. It was one of his first acting jobs, and it was a soap opera, right? So it's the shot where at the end of the scene where you're on the scene and they're on your face, and then they come in a little bit more, and they fucking hold it. And he's like, "What am I supposed to fucking? How long are you gonna hold this shot?" I don't know if you've ever watched a soap opera before, but I'm sure you've seen.
I've caught pieces.
I'm sure you
here and there.
understand the scene, the camera shot that they're talking about. It's emblematic of so many soap operas. So keep going.
What am I supposed to do with this time? And he goes, you need to do 3 things. Just this process in your head. You need to think, did I leave the stove on? I did leave the stove on. No, I turned the stove off. I'm going to tell you right now, it works for any scene, just depending on how much time you spend on any particular one. You might want to lean into some of them a little harder or less.
All right, did you catch that?
I
First thing is, did I leave the stove on? Second thing is,
did not leave the
I
stove
left
on.
I left the stove on. And the third thing is, I didn't leave the stove on. Can we play it again? Let's play one more time. You just shut it down?
I just shut it down.
One more time. One more time. Only because I love the simplicity of this and it's so simple that I can't believe it's like Joey Tribbiani's Smell the Fart acting from Friends. You've never watched Friends. You spent too much time watching The Office. All right, let's do it one more time.
You're lucky I reconfigured my screens and now everything's a little
I am
easier
so
to,
lucky, Corey.
to get to a
I'm
little more seamlessly.
I'm so lucky.
Give you one more piece of advice, and this is for actors in particular.
Okay.
And you reminded me when you said the stove, because this was one of my mentors when I was working on my very first job, my One Life to Live, the daytime soap opera. I never knew the long pause at the end of a scene where the camera is slowly coming in on your face, and I always thought, this is too long. What am I supposed to do with this time? And he goes, you need to do 3 things. Just this process in your head. You need to think, did I leave the stove on? I did leave the stove on. No, I turned the stove off.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm going to tell
That's
you
it.
right now, it works for any scene, just depending on how much time you spend on any particular one. You might want to lean into some of them a little harder or less.
All right. So as a follow-up to this, I would like to ask my partner, Cory, to do that.
You can't see. Hang on. For me?
Yeah, for you.
No, dude. No, we're. I don't like this at all, Bob.
All right. So you're going to look right here. And you're going to think to yourself,
Did I leave the stove on?
you don't have to say it.
Oh, well.
That's what you're thinking. Yes, I left the stove on. No, I turned the stove on.
I got it.
Perfect. That's it.
No, that was terrible.
Terrible.
And I'm glad now you messed up. I had the perfect angle on my camera.
But you're a goddamn professional, Cory. There's no way you're not going to fix that.
I shouldn't have had to.
Thank you for indulging me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're a good sport. And that is going to make a fantastic YouTube short.
Is it?
as soon as I figure out how to do it.
Fair enough.
Well, that's my TikTok.
All right. Let me see. I got 2 here.
Oh, I don't feel so bad for sending you 2 videos.
No, but one technically was for a different.
For Taco Bell explosive
Segment,
diarrhea? Yeah. It was a public service announcement that I feel like our American audience needs to hear from our brethren around the globe. Is that Grey Poupon? Go fuck yourself. You're not going to besmirch the good name of my favorite Dijon mustard, are you?
Just wait. You might be old enough to remember this commercial.
I might be. What do you mean, might be? I'm only
On my potato salad.
I poop on my kids' lunches.
Let's just go back here for a second.
I poop on my potato salad.
I poop on my kids' lunches.
I poop on my fingers.
Grandma.
I guess I poop on my husband's chest.
Grey Poupon. Poop on everything.
That was not a real commercial. There's no way.
I feel like it is.
I feel like the response you gave me there was like, did I leave the stove on?
Oh, it was a commercial. The stove is on.
Oh, Cory, do and smell the fart acting. This is all I asked for from a podcast that I'm currently helping to host.
All right, I'm going to just play my second one just for shits and giggles.
Yeah. No one's stopping you.
So this is this hits close to home.
Well, yeah, it says only Gen X will understand, so I feel like that means I'm not going to understand it.
No, I think you will.
Because that
Gen
picture
X
looks like that's too old for Gen X.
We actually had a TV that was very similar to that, except it didn't have the stand. As a matter, that TV was basically the exact same TV I grew up with.
No, was it?
Yes, it was. 110%.
How many channels do you have?
5. We didn't. This was before we had cable, anything like that. And
You caught the very tail end of it, I think.
And that stand, that's even fancy. Ours was directly on the floor.
Look at that fancy stand.
Things
2
American
legs.
Gen X did growing up that kids today wouldn't understand. Kids today will never know the struggle of holding your pee until the commercial break and then hearing someone yell, "Hurry, it's back on," while you sprinted back to the couch. We were the last generation that actually knew how to use a rotary phone.
And
remember this?
Grandma Selesky had a rotary phone, so I had to learn how to use that.
Yeah. And you used that thing?
We did have these.
Man, you're older than I thought.
I had to switch the TV to channel 3 just to play video games. On weekends,
I do remember because when even when Nintendo 64 came out,
yeah,
you still had to go to channel 3 to be able to play Nintendo 64.
Okay.
families didn't sit around scrolling short videos. We went to the video store with our parents to pick out movies for the night. We had to wait an entire week to get our photos developed. And somehow we paid for pictures before we even knew if they turned out good.
Yeah.
No streaming, no on-demand. You had to check the TV guide to see what was coming on next. And somehow, everybody knew that blowing into a game cartridge could magically make it work again, even without the internet. A lot of TVs didn't even have remotes, so we'd argue about who had to get up and turn it off. And if you asked us who the worst people on earth were, people who returned VHS tapes without rewinding them were definitely on the list. If you lived through all of this, tell me your age in the comments.
All right, I have a lot of thoughts about that. First of all, there's no reason for you to care about whether someone rewound their video cassette, VHS tape, unless you got your movie rentals from a store that didn't rewind everything that was returned. Like the rewinding was that's the job of Blockbuster.
They did a good job with it, but every once in a while.
But if you're going to discount video or something that was cheaper than Blockbuster, then maybe they're like, we don't have enough staff to rewind all your unrewound shit.
I will say, even with Blockbuster, every now and again, you would come across one that it was that stoner kid working that was like, yeah, man, like I'm not rewinding that one. I'll just put it off to the side and let that go back on the shelf.
But really, so then it's your dad going like, God damn hippie kids. This is going to break down my VCR so much faster.
Well, but I mean, it took a little bit to rewind
took a long time. But the
VHS
dad was
tape.
worried about, like, I just spent $195.
Dude, VCRs were like so much money back then.
Well, I guess it depends on what year you bought them, but yeah, they were probably early. Were a lot of money.
Yeah,
and like I'm not using my expensive VCR to rewind private lessons because Kyle down the street decided he wanted to return it and not rewind it.
So, and this is going to show you my age a little bit more too, because I remember when that was still a big thing, because even Blockbuster put on their the VHS tapes, or like on the rental box, it said, please be kind and rewind.
Yeah.
And companies came out, like companies like Sony, a couple other tech companies that I can't even think about anymore that were from back then.
Paragon Home Video.
Sure. That made just rewinding stations where you would put a VHS tape in, and that its only job was to rewind it.
I've owned several VHS rewinders. It was a separate piece of electronics that had one plug plugged into the wall, and all it did was
rewind
you popped it in, and it rewound it for you. So that you could save the wear and tear on your VCR, which cost a lot of money. Yeah, good times.
It's that video itself, going back and watching, I'm like, that's crazy. Because, I remember all that stuff. And granted, some of the things, especially like the TV, the no remote and all that, that was very early. Like, that was very early in my childhood. But I can tell you,
still
experienced it, and I remember it.
The person that had to get up and change the channel, that's the youngest. That's the bitch.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. If you're the oldest, I'm not getting up to do that. You that's your job.
And honestly, I think that might have been one of the only reasons why Grandma and Grandpa Selesky would ever watch me.
Yeah.
Because then when we were sitting in the living room, Grandpa would be like,
"Oh yeah,
time to change the channel," and I'd be like, "Oh okay."
Yeah.
He was like, this is the life.
But listen, when you were a kid back then, I never looked at that as being like a chore. Like, the changing of the channel was like you're in touch with the technology where you get to, just for a second, you have control.
Dude, and that click.
Yeah.
That click was
it's satisfying.
It wasn't just like, tapping on a keyboard where it's very loose and
it's a ka-chunk.
You had to really turn that thing, and you knew when you turned it because it sat into that next slot and like you said, made that ka-chunk.
Yeah.
It was kind of satisfying.
Yeah, that I get that same feeling from in my 2008 Jeep when I turned the air conditioning from from front blow to dash vent.
Your Jeep,
it's a ka-chunk.
It's really an 08?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's old.
And then do you remember when they came out with remote controls that were still coiled to that were attached to the TV?
Yeah, but you were happy to not have to get up. Like, how far is this stretch? How far?
Some of them didn't go too far.
Dad, you said we were supposed to sit 10 feet away. And you're like, but this cord's only 6 feet.
It's time to get closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, which blows my mind that, like, this is a remote that you don't have to get up. I'm like, but again, most of them only went so far. So most people ended up just putting it on top of the TV, and you still had to get up to use the remote for the TV.
But I remember there was a tipping point where the remote went from something that was so simple that anybody could do it, and therefore you could give it to your kids to do it, to now it's so complicated that the dad really didn't understand how to program it or work it, and so they had to engage the kids to teach him how to do it, which they really didn't want to do.
Dude, that's my great aunts. Even my mom's mom, my boosh, every now and again, she would call me up and be like, "Hey, can you come fix the TV?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, like what's wrong with it? Is like the cable out?" Or she's like, "No, I don't know what's going on with it." I'm like, oh, all right, I'll be right there.
Yeah.
Go over and just come to find out, like she fat thumbed a button, and it like changed the input on the TV, and she's like,
oh yeah.
She's like, I'm completely lost.
And I don't remember. It was so long ago that happened. I don't remember. Like back then, did remote controls not have a button that was labeled input? Like were there just random buttons that were unlabeled? And like if you happen to hit one,
I'm pretty sure they were labeled.
So
but
yeah, but how did they not understand what they were pressing?
They didn't know. And so that was Boosh, and I was very happy to go over there and do that because normally if I showed up and fixed the
to swim in the pool,
get fix
free snacks,
fix the input situation.
Yeah.
Eventually, oh, she's like, if you want to go swimming, or oh, I made food, and then as I was leaving, she'd be like, well, here's $50 for fixing that. I'm like,
can I eat my Glubkes in the pool?
Oh, she would have fed them to me in the pool. But yeah, there was always cash involved at the end of it, and when I was young, like real young, I was definitely okay with that. But as I got older, I'm like, you don't have to give me $50 for coming over and switching the input over.
But I hate to make you, sad. So I will take whatever you're offering.
And there was, we had not actual physical fights over it, but like I'd be like, no, and I'd put it on the counter and then walk out when she was doing something else. Next thing, she'd be at my window trying to stuff it in the car. And one time she just put it under the windshield. She's like, there you go. Or the windshield wiper. She's like, if it flies away, it flies away. I'm like, okay, lady. I guess I'll take the $50.
$50.
I said, dude, she overpaid for services.
For what? For fixing her remote control?
Yeah.
No wonder you were like, hey, someone needs to go over to Grandma. I'm going. I got it.
Oh, and thankfully she would always call me because she knew I would come over right away. And at the time, and nothing against my sisters. No, I'm sure my sisters would have, but
yeah,
this was like when I first was able to drive and all that. So like my sisters couldn't just get up and go over there and all that. So, yeah, dude. Yeah, I was.
How long until your sisters learned that you actually got like $50 a pop for every time you went over to fix something that took you 2 minutes to fix?
In all honesty, I think that was.
They still don't know?
That was a thing between Boosh and I.
They still don't know.
I don't think they ever knew that.
Is Dilly Dilly in the room?
He hasn't said anything yet if he is. But unfortunately for you, Dilly Dilly, Boosh is gone. And you can't go over and fix shit. God rest her soul. But my great aunts, they were the same. Well, not as far as money wise, but
yeah,
they would always call and be like, "Well, we can't figure this out." Like, and come to find out, like they just changed the channel. They didn't even. They always had their TV on like Fox 2 or whatever it was.
Right.
And they just went one channel up.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, we don't know what we did." And I'm like, "Oh, what?" Right. Okay, so at one point they did actually have a concerning tech issue the one day when they got cable reinstalled or some sort of update on their cable that I had to buy a new cord, HDMI input and all this for them. But I eventually taped off basically everything on their remote.
Yeah.
Except for the volume button
mm-hmm.
and except for the channel up and down button.
Right.
I'm like, these are the only two you need. If it gets too loud,
yeah,
you just hit this one. And if it's getting louder, hit the one underneath it.
Yeah.
I said, if the screen changes and it's not on what you want, keep on hitting this one, either up or down until it gets back to what you want to watch.
Did you ever have to write down these instructions and leave them for him? Because I had to do that.
I don't think I ever wrote it down. I probably should have. But I'm like, that was literally the only two things available on this remote. All these other buttons I had completely taped off.
No, I definitely, even if I had to do that and it was down to two choices, I would still like get
write
that call.
Instructions.
I'd be like, okay, well, clearly I need to write this down because this is the second time I've been over here for this. You've only got, you got a 50-50 shot of getting it right. Now I have to write down which one and why you would press the top one or the bottom one. Because I can't be like dropping everything I do and just jumping in the car and driving 10 minutes to show you something that is a 50-50 shot. Like you could and by the way, if you try one, it doesn't work, you could try the other one.
Right.
You could. You're not going to break anything.
See how it goes.
Yeah. So before we end the episode, I did want I did see a couple of things on TikTok. that were language based, and one of the funniest ones I saw was that the word khakis was that's your if you want to learn how to speak like someone from Boston, you want to be like a Bostonite, then instead of saying car keys, you just say khakis.
I can see that.
Where are my khakis?
Yeah.
And that's, why won't you give me my khakis?
But does it work on anything else, though?
Khakis?
Yeah.
No.
Just for car keys?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
But there are different language, like, or you walk it off. Oh, here. So you're going to grab, so if you go open the freezer and then like the shelf underneath, that's where they are. And I know you can hear me now. So the other one I saw was fantastic. I was rolling. It was, if you want to understand how to speak like someone, you want to speak with a Scottish accent, the test is the word space ghettos. So if you say space ghettos, it is what you're really saying is, I can't wait to go see the Spice Girls concert. But instead of Spice Girls, you're saying space ghettos. And that approximates the Scottish accent.
I can kind of, yeah.
Love of the new album from the Space Ghettos.
But again, they're so specific to certain words.
They are, but you can kind of get close. And it really depends on how much, who you're actually taking instruction from. Like for Australian with an Australian accent, are you getting this directly from Hugh Jackman? Notable Australian movie star? And I know you've always kind of had a phobia about talking with an accent. So I sent you a text.
Oh boy.
And this is a genuine Australian text. And we're going to see if you can pull this off, Cory.
I got nothing yet. Oh, okay, I see what.
Yeah.
Is that? I was wondering what the hell that was when you sent it to me.
And now you know.
So you want me to read the entire thing?
Yes.
All right. R&R, we are moi rise up lights.
Yeah, that's it. So it's, oh no, where are my razor blades?
No, that's not even close.
Yeah. That's
Australian?
That's directly from Hugh Jackman. On social media on multiple occasions.
R&R.
Oh no.
We are rise up lights. Oh, okay.
Rise up lights? That's razor blades in Australian.
I guess I can, yeah.
And congratulations, my friend. You have mastered the Australian accent.
Yeah, totally mastered it.
Oh, much better. Much colder.
Oh, and Dylan must be watching the show because he said Nathan, I can't remember his last name. He's in
Fillion. Nathan Fillion. We were.
He's in a show called The Rookie that my mom had started watching.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
I've never seen it, but I have heard of it.
I've seen like previews for it, but I haven't seen the actual
Good
show.
reference. Thank you, Dilly. All right. So now to close the episode. I thought that was going to close the episode, but you got one more thing.
Yes. So we had talked many episodes ago about you trying Dubai chocolate.
Many moons ago. Yeah.
And I always...
It had been recommended to me, and I couldn't find it despite living in a city that is populated by the largest Arab American population outside of
Dubai itself.
Yeah, the Middle East. Yeah.
There's a place out by us that is owned by a Chaldean family, and they always carried Dubai chocolate, and I would never buy you a bar of it because I'd see it and I wouldn't think about it. The other day I was there, I'm like, oh shit, I've been meaning to buy Bob a bar of Dubai chocolate. Of course, Kelly Corner, they're awesome, they're great, but they were sold out of it. And so I asked Z, the one owner, I said, are you guys seriously out of all the Dubai chocolate? She's like, yeah. She's like,
I'm Cory Selesky.
She's like, we're waiting to get some more back in.
I need some Dubai chocolate, and I expect some right now.
And I was like, well, it's all right. I'll wait till you guys get it back in. And a couple days later, when I went up, Z was working, and she put this in front of me, this bag of Dubai chocolate squares. And I was like, oh, you guys got these in? She's like, no, I picked it up for you guys for the show. She's like, I know your cousin's willing to try it. So here's your Dubai chocolate, sir. Actually, I'll let you do the honors because
you're a prince among men, sir. Thank you for
thanks,
thinking about me.
Thanks, Z and Kelly Corner. They're the ones that
thank you, Kelly Corner,
that hooked it up.
Chocovia.
So basically, a Dubai chocolate is it's dark chocolate on the outside, I believe, and
milk chocolate.
Oh, it is milk chocolate. Okay, and then
I'm sure you could probably get some with dark chocolate.
Right, but then the filling is almost like a Three Musketeers.
I fucking love Three Musketeers.
But it's pistachio.
Well, I got it. That's why I wanted to try it.
So I've had them in the freezer all week. I hope they thawed out. Oh, I didn't know they were individuals.
Oh, look at this. Yeah. So, if you happen to live in a spot in the Midwest where you've not been able to get a hold of Dubai chocolate or never heard of it, or you're, I don't know if America's like the last place to get this or they were the first place to get it. I don't know. But anyway, this is the brand of this particular vendor of Dubai chocolate. But I've definitely wanted to try it. Let's open this up. We're spending a lot of time eating on this show lately.
You might want to put them back in the fridge afterwards, but
yeah,
that's
okay.
And it's got like the crunchiness of some of the pistachios in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's really good. But yeah, it needs to be a little colder. Maybe the fridge, not the freezer.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
I see why you were comparing it to a Three Musketeers. The nougat. And these are like you brought them over, they were frozen, and then I took them out and I just put them on the table. So they've been thawing for a while, but yeah, they could use a trip back in the fridge.
Yeah. But
yeah, they're very good.
And to me, it's not the filling, the nougat in the middle is not as sweet as a Three Musketeers.
No. It's loaded with gluten, though.
Well, at least you know they're all yours.
That's yeah. The yeah. Yeah, that's the good part. You could taste the gluten.
I can feel the gluten.
Oh my God, I can feel it like coursing through my veins.
Yeah, so there you go, man. That's
you're the greatest, man. Thank you.
No, like I said,
I appreciate that.
Thanks Z and Kelly Corner for
well, it wouldn't have happened without you. So thank Kelly Corner, but thank you, sir.
Of course, man.
I love you, brother.
Love you too.
All right, and with that, that's the episode for the week. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you in just a little bit for the super secret after party.
That's right.
Peace out.